Yeah, they are. I think you wake up this morning and you get to the rink, and I think guys realize where they're at and they're excited. So it's a fun day.
Aaron Ekblad, full participant out there. Any updates on him?
No real updates yet. See how he does after today, but he went full workload, so I'm hoping we're ready here at least at some point in the series.
Hoobie not out there. Verhage looks like he left halfway through, and Marchment not out there. Just updates on those guys.
Yeah, kind of maintenance days, dealing with a few things and kind of get reevaluated later today and kind of get an update.
Do you see a benefit yet from the guys that rested the last two games? A little extra jump from them having the time off.
It's so hard. It's a practice, right? I mean, it's hard to really get a feeling where they're at. They should be. They should have a lot of energy. I think there's a lot of excitement in the air, so that's always a good sign.
Obi practiced up in DC today. I'm assuming you guys were under the impression that
Yeah.
we're going to see him full go.
Yeah, 100%. Didn't think anything besides that. So
With Ekblad, is there a chance game one, or is it?
there's a chance game one. Again, we'll see how he did today. Seemed to be fine, but you never know with these things. They're kind of tricky here. So we'll see how he does.
And Hoobie and Marchment, is there a chance they could miss game one? Or
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think so, but with Ubi, I'm not. I got to get here back today, and then Marchie, I'm hoping for game one, but not sure.
There's more to it than just looking at point totals and saying the East has a lot more depth than the West. But I know you're only focused on your series, but the Caps aren't an 8 seed. Like Alex Ovechkin's not an 8 seed player. Like when you look at just the craziness that is the East, I guess when did it hit you this season that the balance of power this year certainly seems like it shifted to this side of the league?
Yeah, and they're not an 8 seed. And the other year they could have been a top 4 seed. They're a really good team. We played them 3 times early. Haven't seen them for a while, but you're always watching. You see a lot of their games and et cetera. I know the last week they're a veteran team. They know it doesn't matter who they play. They've been there. They won the cup. They'll be ready to go, and they know you got to get through everybody. So for them, I think they were just kind of tuning up and getting ready for the series. And but yeah, they're not an 8 seed for sure.
And just on the depth of the East, top to bottom.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a bizarre year. I don't remember ever a year like this where the playoffs are pretty much decided in January. The strong teams, the 8 strong teams were kind of nobody. It could have even been earlier that I don't even know. But I remember looking in January saying this is pretty much what it's going to be. So yeah, they're really strong teams. Pittsburgh's not an 8 seed either with Crosby and Malk. So it's what it is, and we got to beat everybody at some point, and I'm sure they're feeling the same way. And it is what it is. It's a new season, anyways. Regardless where you finished off in '82, it's what we do now.
We talked about it all year, but just winning the home ice advantage, how good you guys have been at home. How important is it to start this series at home, and how excited are you for game one come Tuesday in front of the home crowd?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously it's nice to get home ice, but we all know in the playoffs it doesn't really matter. I think for us, the focus just has to be to play our best game one, and just worry about game one.
Obviously, it's kind of what you guys all year long, like you had all these accomplishments, and it was always like we haven't done anything in the playoffs yet. What did you guys learn from last playoff, that short run that you can hopefully make into the playoffs this year?
Well, I think we learned how hard it is, and what it takes, and we watched firsthand how Tampa handled themselves and what it took for them to beat us, and we threw everything at them, and they stayed resilient. They stayed within their game plan, and that's something we want to do. We let some emotions take over last year, a few different games, either with the penalties or trying to make big hits and maybe getting away from how we have to play. So we have to manage those emotions. That's going to be a big thing for us. And hopefully we learned. And this is going to be a great experience against a veteran team that is as deadly as anybody in the league.
Bruno, this team has basically ignored narratives all year. You guys just shut up and play every day. But this time of year, the stat always gets brought out. The Panthers haven't done anything in the playoffs since whenever it was. Does this team almost use that as a rallying cry of some sorts, or you just forget it and just worry about what's in front of you?
Well, I think if it's any indication from the whole season, how we went through and how we grew as a group, I think we just keep just keep pushing on. I mean, that's been our MO all year. Kind of ignore the noise, and we know to get to where we want to go, it's going to take a lot, and we're just worried about the process right now, that day to day. And then that's been our mindset, like I said, all year, that we haven't worried big picture. We just worried about the next game, and it's going to be, hopefully we learned, and it's imperative that we did learn, because it's what it's going to take here.
We'll take a question from the Zoom. Craig Minervini, Valley Sports Florida.
Hi, Coach. Do you feel like the style of the game will be more like sort of old-fashioned playoff hockey, or not sort of evolved from maybe what it was even when you played postseason where it was tight checking, playoff hockey, 2-1 games, and your style hasn't been really like that. And how do those two things mix now in the playoffs?
Well, I think I can't really predict how it's going to go. I think when you have a little bit of checking mentality, you do the right things, it's going to be those kind of games. Just similar, very similar to Tampa. It was exciting, had some offense, but at the end of the day, it's the tight checking that kind of wins. And we've been pretty good at it all year. I know we've been loose at different times, but I think we've buckled down when we had to, and we haven't given up a whole lot on different nights. And I think we know that's the recipe that it's going to take. And when you do the right things, we talk about this all the time, the game will take care of itself.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for
Thanks,
having me.
Yeah.